Roundtable number 4 with a lot of speakers. I have it in French, so I'll read in French. Monsieur Richmond Kennedy Quarcoo, vous êtes officier de la marine marchande formé au Ghana.
Officer of Trade Commercial Marine with a Masters in Nautical Science, Organization in Marine Science, and Executive Director of Plastic Punch, an NGO using citizen science to inspire a change of mindset and behavior and influence policies with advocacies based on evidence. You are also committed on research on protection of maritime areas, biodiversity, and climate change. So you are the best person to close and end this session.
Much, and thank you for saving the punch for the last. Thanks to the organizers and for putting up this very important event. So Plastic Punch, as you rightly heard, we'll have some slides up soon. So we are an NGO, and we're using citizen science. We believe in the power of community. So this clearly presentation is to demonstrate how the bottom-up approach could be used in combating plastic pollution, and in our case with that punch. Can we have the slides, please? So we put together a few slides with a lot of pictures to demonstrate what we do, but with the background, Ghana has a coastline of 550 kilometers, and rich in fauna and flora. Is home to endangered species of turtles. So our project started as a response to a turtle monitoring session where we went, and out of 6 turtles that we saw on monitoring, 5 of them were dead. We could not scientifically diagnose what the cause of death was, but when we look at the beach, there was a lot of link with plastics, with some of the turtles physically entangled in plastics, like you can see up slide. So with that way, we decided to act, and by acting is by involving the communities. We are very much aware that actions like beach cleanups are not the solution to the plastic pollution menace. However, it serves as a very important way to bring the communities in contact with the problem, as well as collecting relevant data with specific emphasis on inspiring behavioral change with citizen science and on plastic reduction. So you can see after the beach cleanups, what we are interested in is collecting data on who is polluting and what is polluting. The data on who is polluting is shared with the Ghana Statistical Service. And as we speak, Ghana is the only country to be able to report the SDG 14.1 indicators using citizen science data, obviously from the data we have collected. This data set is also shared with the municipalities and to assess with the waste management situations. So a success story will be one of the communities we work called Nungwa, where they have not had any issues of flooding since 2019. This is because when we got there, we found a lot of PET bottles in their data sets. We connected them to recyclers, and then there's been a solution to that. We're also using this data sets to advocate for phasing out problematic plastics in Ghana, as well as the extended producer responsibility regime with the collaborative multi-stakeholder platform Ghana MPAP under the auspices of the GPAP by the World Economic Forum. Beyond coastal communities, we need to raise more awareness, and this is what we use edutainment, or we call edutainment, sending the message in very cool ways. We have the Plastic Punch series. You are invited to check it out on YouTube, where it's also airing on screens in Ghana. We go to the communities, we carry out workshops, different kinds of workshop, composting, upcycling workshop. We have a game for game lovers to raise awareness on the issue, and an app as well to collect data on sea turtles, because we work on sea turtle beaches, and there's the need to protect these sea turtles. So with this data from citizens, we are able to understand where these sea turtles are and how we can increase our conservation effort. I'll jump straight into some of our innovative solutions that we have at Plastic Punch. So from next week, we are launching what we call the Water ATM. Our data set is telling us that most of the trash we find is linked to the provision of clean drinking water, from the water sachet to the PET bottles. So there is a solution where patrons come with their reusable bottles and then take some water, rather than doing all the things with plastic. We are also, for the last 4 years, been designing alternative packaging solutions with the collaboration with the University of California in San Diego and also ISTOM in France. And just to emphasize that collaborative effort is very important. Like my colleague from the OR Foundation said, who do a lot of brand audits on textile waste, which is the second highest pollutant on our coastline. We did evidence-based advocacy in these days, evidence-based advocacy to be able to speak to these issues and threats of climate change and plastic pollution. So this is to show you a small energy of how our beach cleanups look like, and just for you to understand the energy that comes with it. And we have different communities joining us, making it cool and entertaining, at the same time collecting relevant data, which is stopping flooding, influencing policy direction in Ghana. And we believe this is best practice and could be spread around the world. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And I would want to leave you with this quote or a saying that protecting the ocean makes sense in every language. Thank you very much.
Bravo. Thank you for the plastic punch. And since we are right on time and we're even going to take 5 minutes to chill, maybe we'll transition